Yes, talking about Trump's triumph and want to take a look at its potential impact on Ambazonia's quest for sovereignty. Well, the recent historic victory of Donald Trump in the United States presidential election has actually brought renewed global attention to his unique and sometimes unpredictable approach to foreign policy. Well, Trump's comeback has prompted discussions worldwide, including within Ambazonia, southern Cameroons, where leaders and citizens alike are keenly observing what a new Trump administration could mean for their cause. Well, this report delves into the potential impact of Trump's triumph on Ambazonia's struggle for self determination and examines the possible shifts in United States policy that may directly or indirectly affect the Amazonian cause. Well, during the United States presidential election on the 5th of November 2024, former United States Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs, Thibault Nage, took to social media X, to be specific, to voice his support for the rights of Southern Cameroonians. Thibault Nage, who served as a prominent United States diplomat, notably stated in that post, he said, I support the right of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonians to determine their own future since the Yaoundé government, the Yaoundé regime ended the agreed to federation against the people's wishes. They should be able to decide. So far, Yaoundé has done nothing real to their grievances. Tweet. Well, this bold statement underscores his long-standing advocacy for the rights of Ambazonians, which stands out against the relative silence from other U.S. diplomats, especially from the Democratic side. While Amazonians may not always agree with every aspect of Nage's view, his consistent attention to the core zone brings a level of legitimate issue. In a follow-up post, Thibault Nage commented on the potential implication of Trump's second term, saying if President Trump selects certain people whose names have come up for high-level posts, the regime will get much more over its mistreatment of the Amazonian population. The Cameroon government has gotten a relatively free ride with Biden, hopefully that will change. That's the end of the street. Well, this message indeed sparked hope within Ambazonia. Nage's remark indicate that if Trump's administration adopts a tougher stance on Cameroon, it could lead to increased pressure on the government in Yaoundé, compelling it to address Ambazonian grievances more earnestly. Given Trump's previous policies on Africa, this outcome seems plausible. It seems quite plausible. During his last term, the Trump administration demonstrated a more direct and assertive approach towards African governments, especially on issues concerning human rights. Amazonian leaders, including President Samuel Sako of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, have expressed optimism over the possibility of Trump resuming office. Now, speaking of the Amba Peace Plan, the Amba Peace Plan meeting, President Sako noted something remarkable. President Sako noted that Trump's prior administration was open to direct dialogue with the Yaoundé government. Well, the APP meeting on Friday, we heard the president of Ambazonia make this remark, citing how the Trump reign was in his prior administration, with hopes about this current administration. Speaking at the Amba Peace Plan meeting, President Sako noted that Trump's prior administration was open to direct dialogue with Ambazonian representatives, even facilitating communication through the United States ambassador in Yaoundé. This engagement marked a significant departure from previous U.S. approaches, highlighting Trump's willingness to engage directly with the marginalized groups seeking self-determination. Well, during Trump's previous administration, his team backed the Swiss-led mediation process, which aimed to find a peaceful resolution to the Amazonian war, in a move that resonated strongly with Ambazonians. Trump also suspended Cameroon from the African Growth and Opportunity Act, the AGOA, a U.S. trade policy designated and designed to enhance trade with sub-Saharan Africa. Trump's decision to exclude Cameroon from AGOA was a clear message that countries that fail to uphold democratic principles and human rights will not benefit from the United States trade incentives. President Sacco reminded attendees at the AP meeting yesterday that while the Biden administration entertained talks with Yaoundé about re-entering AGOA, Trump's administration had taken a firmer stand by refusing to meet with Cameroon's President Paul Biya and even removing his image from AGOA's materials, a symbolic rejection of Paul Biya's governance by Donald Trump. While Sarkozy expressed hope that Trump's potential return to office could usher in another opportunity to spotlight the Amazonian cause yet again. For Sacco, Trump's firm stance on human rights abuses and his unwillingness to legitimize problematic leaders is quite promising. These actions reflect a willingness to disrupt the status quo, prioritizing moral clarity over political convenience. So should Trump take a similar approach in his new term like he did in his previous term, it could spell a new era of international awareness and support for Ambazonia's struggle for liberation, ultimately increasing pressure on Yaoundé's regime to seek genuine solutions. Now, after the encouraging speech of President Sacco, Ambazonians are indeed hopeful that Trump's administration will bring renewed support and international attention to the Ambazonian cause, especially as leaders like Thibault Nagy continue to advocate for the right of Ambazonia to self-determination. While there is no certainty about the future, the possibility of the current United States administration taking a more assertive stand against the Yaoundé regime offers Ambazonia a glimmer of hope in her ongoing struggle for justice and sovereignty. Well, this is our observation from both what the President of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, Dr. Samuel Ikomi Sacco, and the current President of the United States, Donald Trump, and his past actions. This is what our observation in totality has been. So now we'll hand the baton back to you, Mr. Patty, to dialogue on this.